my guy, I've had a motherfucking stroke of goddamn genius. I'll tell you what. So today, we got an idea. Today we're gonna be basically coming up with like fan theory or whatever the hell you want to call it about fan concept. Let's just call it that, a fan concept about Marvel and hero-based shooters. Oh my god, can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine a hero-based shooter with Marvel fucking characters? Holy shit. So what I'm gonna be doing in this video is pretty much going over. I have 5 heroes here that pretty bland. I'm gonna be honest. Like the heroes, everybody's heard of them. It's not any of the random heroes like Iron Fist or something. I mean, I got on the list here. I got Hulk, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Captain America, and Doctor Strange. Pretty much just building a team. Like I got healer, 2 damages, a tank, and a flank. And we're gonna be going off of the Paladin style. Not Overwatch. I prefer Paladins. I don't have anything against Overwatch. I just like Paladins and the card system. I mean, I'll play Overwatch. If someone bought me Overwatch, I'd fucking play it on my computer. But anyway, that's not going to happen. And we're going to go ahead and keep talking about what I wanted to talk about. So, by Paladin style, I mean they have a flank, tank. They don't have... I don't remember what it... Oh, in Overwatch they have defense or whatever. But they have flanks in this and whatever. Okay, so... we're just going to move on because I forgot what I was going to say. In Paladins, you got the left click, which is your normal shoot, your right click, which is usually like your shoot, but like a little modified. For this character, it's zooming in. For other characters, it's like shooting a different gun, or I mean, I don't know. I can't even think of an example right now. I used to... Just going to talk about Paladins for a second. I used to play Paladins actually a lot on my Xbox, and I just got back into it on my computer. I decided, fuck Black Ops 4. I don't want to deal with fucking Activision and all their bullshit, so I went ahead and just started playing on my computer and started playing Paladins, and I fucking love it. This game is fun. Anyway, so I have a little bit of experience. I'm only level 16, so I like literally just unlocked fucking ranked. I haven't played ranked yet, but I don't actually know where I was going with that. So, oh yeah. So I don't actually know too much about the game. I just know about a couple characters that I've played. But you got your left click, your right click, you got a speed move, and your ultimate. I think some of them have passives, but I'm just going to say fuck passives because that's going to be way too much fucking work. Let's be real. Except for Spider-Man has a passive that I just randomly came up with, but I'm sure if I sat here and thought for about 5 seconds I could come up with it, but I got too excited to make this video. So we're gonna start off with Hulk. He is my favorite superhero of all time by far. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you saw my Hulk like fucking painting or whatever the hell it is that I got for Christmas. I should actually do kind of a tour of all my posters and shit I have of Hulk and all that, but anyway, we're gonna start off with Hulk. His normal melee or attack, whatever the fuck, is going to be his punch. Just normal punching is going to be melee only character pretty much. His right click is going to be clap. If you've watched if you've watched pretty much any movie with Hulk in it, especially the Incredible Hulk, he claps and it makes like sound waves and stuff because he has so much power and it can knock stuff back. And so it'll knock people back and do some splash damage pretty much. His speed move would be just his super jump. Yeah, in the comics and shit, he can like jump like out of our atmosphere and stuff, but it would just be like basically someone doing like a long ground pound, and so when he lands it wouldn't, I guess it could do damage, but I mean, I'm not gonna get too into the balancing and stuff on some of these. I have like little pointers on it or whatever, just like little things that kind of help explain it more, but I'm not really going to go into, oh, it's going to do this much damage and it's going to do, you know, it's just kind of, we're just having fun here thinking of it. We don't need to try to think of balancing and all that. So his super jump, for his ultimate, I'd have him slam the ground, and it leaves a line in the ground, like basically like an earthquake, and anyone within that line gets stunned and they take a good bit of damage, and then that's the opportunity for your team to go ahead and mop them up pretty much. It's just like that tank in Overwatch. I don't know what it is. I pretty much took that idea. I'm gonna just be honest. Iron Man, his left click would be normal hand cannon shot, whatever the hell it is that he shoots, where it's like energy or whatever's coming out of his hand. His right click, now this one I'm kind of torn on. He could either like shoot, I think I'm leaning towards he could shoot missiles, like just shoot a missile every once in a while. Or what I have written down, but that's not, as I thought about it, it's not actually a good idea, would be a giant laser coming out of his chest, or like just a laser that does a good amount of damage. But I think that could be better for an ultimate. His speed move would just be the controlled flying, like you see in any flying character in these hero-based shooters, where you have basically a certain amount of fuel, and you have to really be smart about how much you use so you can stay in the air for a really long time. But you can't just fly all over the place. His ultimate, so it could either be that laser coming out of his chest, which would do a fuck ton of damage, and say it goes through anything except for like a wall, so it could go through all 5 enemies and then hit a wall and then it's done, but it doesn't stop till it hits a wall or something like that. Or he could launch a bunch of missiles onto the ground, but that just seems like dull. Like that's what flying characters do in these hero shooters, so kind of mixing it up with a beam would be cool. Alright, next we're moving on to Spider-Man. So his kind of passive would be he can climb walls, kind of like Hanzo. Like you can jump up to a wall and he'll climb like a couple feet and then fall. Just kind of because of his spider sense, and he can get up higher and maneuver better. Spider-Man would be the flank. He's got a fast web shooter for his left click, just shoots webs at a decently fast pace. And then his right click would be like in Buck in this game where he shoots a net. It would basically just be a net that you shoot, but it's a web. So, I mean, self-explanatory. His speed move, I think, would be pretty cool. Would be he gets like 3 grapple hooks that recharge, but they, instead of being grappling hooks, they would look like webs. But I mean, that's just the basic concept. You just grapple, and since he has 3, they wouldn't be able to grapple all too far, but just enough where he could get around the map pretty fast. And I think as his ultimate, this is perfect for him, for your team. Just like he just would be a very fast flank, and so his ultimate would be that he can use his spider sense to reveal all enemies through walls for like, I don't know, 10 seconds or something, whatever would work. And I think that would work really well as a flank. I mean, if I was a fucking flank and I could see everyone through walls, that would be really good. It would be broken, kind of. I mean, you just have to find a way to balance it. Anyway, we're moving on to Captain America. And Captain America's kind of hard because, let's be honest, he's kind of a dull character. Like, he's super, like, cool and, like, yeah, I'm fucking Captain America. But moves-wise, what he does, he throws a goddamn shield, and that's about it. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to get creative with him. So his left click would just be a shield throw that would come right back to him, like hit someone, come back, or hit a wall or something and come back. His right click would be he can throw a shield, like kind of like in a boomerang fashion, and then it can hit multiple people on its way back, as if, and then the first shield wouldn't be able to hit people, but this would kind of like seek people out within a certain distance and then come back, doing a decent amount of damage. His speed move, I think, would just be sprint. You could do, or, you know, like a super jump, but that's also like Hulk already has that. But like I said, Captain America is really not that cool, so there's not a whole lot of stuff you can do for Captain America. And then his ultimate, I think this would be kind of interesting, and I don't know how it would work or if it would be balanced at all, but reflect all bullets shot at you for a small amount of time, like 10 seconds or whatever. You run around and someone shoots a bullet at you, it shoots it right back at him. So you're like invincible, and it would basically be like the idea of his shield bouncing all the bullets off, but there wouldn't be like an animation or anything. You just have to pretend, okay? And then last but not least, we've got Doctor Strange as the healer. Now, honestly, looking at all the Marvel characters, it's really hard to find one that would be like the healer. Just off the top of my head, at least, without doing any research. So I was like, Doctor Strange is a wizard, and wizards are kind of healers sometimes, and they're support. They're at least support characters most of the time. And so he's going to be our healer. So I think his left click would be super cool if he can use his whip. is honestly, I don't even know what it's called, and it doesn't really matter, and I don't pay attention enough to know, but I am a very big Marvel fan, and I really do love the Marvel movies and everything. I don't really give a shit about what his whip is called, I'm gonna be honest, but you know what I'm talking about, the whip that's pure yellow or gold or whatever, and he summons it. His right click would be throw down a circle of healing for all allies, basically like a portal he does in the movies, but a portal of healing. His speed move, I think this could be fun, would be teleport, so he can teleport and then heal and teleport and use his whip or whatever. And his ultimate, now this is genius, boys, I'm gonna be honest. Stroke of genius here. His ultimate would be reverse time and heal all dead allies. Right? I mean, that just kind of makes sense, and that's kind of cool, if I'm being honest. And I'm honest a lot, guys, as you can tell. Anyway, and then just a couple of things like maps and stuff. I don't know. I guess you could go with Hawkeye's cabin or farm or whatever it is. I guess that, I don't know how that would work. But you could also do like some of the planets they went to, like planet the Ragnarok. That in that movie, that planet, it's pretty much Planet Hulk. And you know, I don't know, just you could do New York and random stuff like that. I mean, maps wouldn't be too hard to come up with. Like, I feel like if they did a game based on the Marvel universe, it wouldn't actually be that hard, but I don't see it happening. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the kind of idea I have of this. I want to make this into like a series, not just Marvel things or even video game things. It'll most likely involve video games, but I wanted to name this series like Stoner Thoughts or something, but with the way YouTube works and how people get butthurt about literally everything, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Whatever, you guys already know the title, I haven't figured it out yet, but it's basically just gonna be me with, oh, this would be cool, and then I just make up something that would, you know, like for this, oh, it would be cool if they had a Marvel shooter. Let's dive into that a little bit more, and then let's let you guys kind of finish it and come up with your own heroes and abilities and maps and maybe ways the game works. Just kind of making a really cool community idea of a game, you know. And it doesn't have to be a game. It could be of a movie or something, you know. But most of the time, it'll be something about a video game or, I guess, music, that kind of stuff. That's the stuff I'm into. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to bring up some ideas, talk about it in the comments. I'd love to get involved with you guys. I feel like that would be really fun. And so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and end the video there, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.